The National Insurance Corporation Programs Manager for Non-Communicable Disease Mitigation and General Wellness, McNaughton McLean, during the launch of Sneaker Day 2026, revealed key statistics that points to a drastic increase in sick leave claims.
The National Insurance Corporation exists to provide financial protection to Saint Lucian workers and their families through a basket of benefits, which includes sickness benefits, invalidity benefits, and retirement pensions. Its mandate is, at its core, about people, ensuring that when illness or injury strikes, workers and their families are not left without support. But over the past decade, a quiet crisis has been eroding that mandate from within. Non-communicable diseases have been driving a sustained and alarming rise in sickness benefit claims. Imagine between 2013, 2014, and 2021, 2022, the number of claims processed by the NIC grew from 11,996 to 25,594, an increase of over 130% in less than a decade.
Though the COVID pandemic contributed to some of those claims, the NIC noted a steady increase predating 2019. These claims, according to McLean, represents millions of dollars in payouts and is expected to rise considerably.
The cost to fund rose in parallel from $7.4 million to $15.1 million over the same period. If this trajectory continues unchecked, the NIC projects that it could be processing close to 59,000 sickness benefit claims per year by 2030, at a cost approaching $31 million annually.
Despite this figure being a major concern, the NIC chose to dial in on the root cause, which by their investigation is being fueled by non-communicable diseases.
This is not simply a financial concern. Behind every claim is a worker whose health has deteriorated, a person who is no longer fully productive, whose family is under strain, and whose quality of life has been diminished. NCDs are now estimated to account for 82% of all deaths in St. Lucia, with the Ministry of Health confirming that cardiovascular diseases, cancer, diabetes, and chronic respiratory diseases are the leading causes.
In a brief consultation with a former HR manager, several other social factors were identified as reasons why employees would acquire medical leave.
I believe the key is balance, communication, and adaptability.
She further noted that balance is required in order for both employee and employer to function effectively, encouraging adaptability from both parties.
Whereas employers must recognize that healthy employees are generally more productive, motivated, and committed, businesses must remain operational and competitive. Okay, so employers can strike this balance by creating realistic workloads, encouraging open communication, and offering reasonable flexibility where possible. At the end of the day, productivity and employee well-being should not be viewed as opposing goals. In many cases, investing in employee well-being actually strengthens productivity and long-term business performance.
On a national level, the NIC says it has shifted focus toward preventative wellness programs aimed at encouraging healthier lifestyles and reducing illness among the workforce.
In November 2016, the NIC made a decisive institutional commitment. It would lead the charge against NCDs in St. Lucia, not because it could solve the problem alone, but because, given its mandate, its reach, and its relationship with the working population, it had both the standing and the responsibility to act. The NIC's response was built on a clear-eyed understanding of what drives NCDs. These diseases are preventable. They are fueled by physical inactivity, poor diet, tobacco use, and excessive alcohol consumption. Behavior shaped by environment, culture, access, and habit. Addressing them requires working on multiple fronts simultaneously, changing what people know, what they do, and the conditions in which they live and work. The corporation designed a campaign titled Get Moving St. Lucia, developed in close consultation with the Ministry of Health and the St. Lucia Olympic Committee. The campaign was built around two clear objectives: raising public awareness about non-communicable diseases and the importance of physical activity, and improving access to fitness infrastructure by installing outdoor gyms in communities across St. Lucia, providing residents with free, accessible spaces to exercise, close to where they live.
As part of the effort, the corporation is also preparing for Sneaker Day 2026 under the theme Dress for Work, Step with Purpose. The initiative encourages employees to become more active during the workday by making small lifestyle changes such as walking more frequently, using stairs, and increasing daily movement. Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Jasmine Duncan.